Hello, it's Ryan Tierney from Lean Made Simple, and 50 days ago we bought this company, Sperrin Metal, a 63-year-old company, and we're going to transform it with something called Lean. There was clutter everywhere, there's just years and years of rubbish lying around. 17, 18, 19 ratchet straps. Here is our very first total ownership label in the entire place. Darren has totally transformed this area in the last few weeks.
I'm 54 now, and it's like I've a new lease of life.
So one of the first improvements we made straight away was these new doors, because to access the factory you had to walk the whole way up here, around another corridor and then a wee small door. So now you can just go straight in. It's a really good improvement. So as you can see, we're taking this wall down between the office and the factory, and this is actually a really symbolic moment for the company. This is exactly how we're going to run the company going forward. We're going to break down all the barriers between the office and the factory. We're going to encourage everybody to come into the factory, to spend time in the factory, for the office and the factory to mix, to share ideas and come together and collaborate. From the very first second you enter this place, you're going to see lean improvements, and I'm with Siobhan. Siobhan, what's your first improvement that you've done here?
My first lean improvement was displaying the Wi-Fi password. So it's accessible now for any visitors who come to our premises.
So I just wanted to do a walk around and kind of show you all the improvements we've been working on just in this area. So straight away you'll see the brush and shovel holder on the wall. You can see Decky here putting column guards. This is actually our product. So our factory should be a showroom for our product. So as soon as you come in the door, we want our customers and visitors to see our product straight away. So over here you'll see this is our morning meeting area. We've got this huge TV, and this is kind of like our example area. So Lean is going to start from here in the core of the business and work its way out from here. So huge TV, we've got a toolbox for all our tools. We're doing improvements for making improving easy. We've got a board, we just done this week, to display visually our orders. We've even got electricians in this week, tidying up all the cable management, making everything nice and organised, nice and straight. We've reduced 5,000 square foot of floor space just in this area in the last 50 days. It's really incredible. So there's like 100 improvements in this one area alone. We've got a clock here so everybody knows what time we're on for the morning meeting. We've got a place for the remote control, a place for the mic, a place for the speaker. We've got a column guard to protect the TV from the forklifts. We've got 2 stand-up desks right on the factory floor. And this is a label station for creating all our visual management and creating all our labels. We've got all our tape in here. This is our lean cave for all our improvements. We've just made so many improvements in this one area. It's just really incredible. And I even seen somebody working on this just earlier today. So this is a visual board of all the laser cut parts that we order from our supplier.
Before, all these parts were just sitting around the shelf floor and folders and computers, and no one actually knew how many laser cut parts we had. So we have lots more to add, but you can see now we're starting to progress through and having a part number to identify each part, and these are all ordered in-house now.
So in the last 50 days, we put a massive focus on delivering the product to the customer with the highest possible quality. So we're doing triple checks on every single product. We're using more strapping, we're labeling stuff better, we're even using double the amount of ratchet straps on our deliveries. And we're going to count the ratchet straps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 ratchet straps for this one delivery. The reason we do this is that we want to obsess over the customer. The customer's paying our wages, the customer's paying our bills, so we need to respect the customer and deliver the product in perfect condition. We've done a massive project on the store right behind us as well. We've taken the gate away. There used to be a gate which was a barrier for somebody when they wanted to go and replenish something. We've taken all that away. We've decluttered the entire area, and we're setting up a 2-bin system for every single part that we purchase. It may not look like it, but this place has totally been 3S'd in the last 50 days. You could barely walk in here. Now look how much space there is. Declan has made a really good improvement here for his power tools. He's got a place for his batteries, a place for the chargers, a place for his goggles, and every single ratchet. So this is the start of high-level lean thinking in this store.
So another real good improvement here within our welding area, robotic welding area, is this label. So it's real good visual control. So in the past, the operator Saoirse who worked here, he has to adjust this knob here, and sometimes he forgets which way is up and which way is down. So again, this was a visual that he put in. Now the reason that this is one of my favourite improvements is because Saoirse himself is really new to lean. He's only a week or two into it, and he has thought of this himself. So that proves that his mindset is already thinking, and that's why I absolutely love this improvement.
We stopped production for a full day in 3S, this entire area. Before there was clutter everywhere, there's just years and years and years of rubbish lying around. So we've cleaned the entire machine down, decluttered the entire area, showing respect for our machinery. This tool cabinet is another really good improvement. We've actually removed the doors so we can see what's inside. And since we've done that, everything's starting to get sharper and more dialed in. Darren has totally transformed this area in the last few weeks. This is amazing, Darren.
Yep.
What was this like before?
Well, this here, we literally had no work table at all, and you had to actually take it away and lift it over the machine over here every time you needed something.
Right.
So just transformed it, just having everything beside you, so you don't have to go looking for anything.
What's the change been like in the last 50 days?
Oh, it's amazing change, like, just never thought I'd see the place looking as well as what it has, you know.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere as well, just the general vibe, everybody seems to be a lot more happy, and it's good to come into work, looking forward to coming to work.
So what you're going to see here is our very first total ownership label in the entire place. So this is saying that Ryan Murray has taken total ownership of managing this machine, and these are the instructions on Gemba docs on exactly how to operate this machine. So this is something we're going to be rolling out across the entire business. So another really good improvement that we're making is that we're actually selling this forklift, because we don't want to move stuff, we want to make stuff. So when we're transporting stuff in the forklift, that's all waste. So we want to focus on adding value to the customer, not transporting stuff around the factory. So this is actually a really exciting project that we're still working on. This area was full of clutter, full of rubbish, but we cleared it all out, and we've built a showroom to train our employees on what they're actually making. Every day during improvement time, a couple of people come up here and get trained on the product, so we can see all the different types of pallet support feet we make, all the different shelving, all the different accessories that go with our product. So we really want people to understand what they're actually making. So in Lean we talk about 3S, but actually what we've been doing here is 1Sing. We've spent the last 50 days sorting, just decluttering. So what we're trying to do here is develop a culture of precision. And you can't develop a culture of precision if we're working in chaos. So the first thing is to sort all the stuff we don't need and get it out of the working environment. So this might be one of the biggest contrasts I've ever shown on YouTube. So look at this before. It's just an absolute mess. It's chaos. There's no organization. But this is what it's going to look like after. It's going to be painted white. We're going to get red shadow boards, and every single thing is going to be stored in one of these red bins. We want everything to be perfect. We want everything to be clean, because that thinking translates into the thinking of the people and into the product that we send to the end customer. So just imagine all this dull and all this greyness transforming to white and red. It's going to be so exciting. So this machine here is the next machine that we're going to get rid of, because we were manually making all these brackets, and now we're getting these laser cuts. So the quality going to the customer is going to be 10 times better. This is one of the longest powder coating lines on the island of Ireland, and we're actually the only pallet racking manufacturer on the island of Ireland as well. We're also working on a really exciting project to focus on the changeover from one colour to another colour, so that we can paint to the customer's demand.
So my favourite improvement is definitely the value stream mapping that we done in the office. What we done first thing was get the processes from order to getting into production really clear, where the orders are throughout the process. I absolutely love it. We've even added in the little clipper with the pen and everything, so you can write the targets on there and keep it really clear. So this is the first step in the order process, and as you can see with the number 1, we've made it really visual the whole way through the factory, each process. So we've started off, we're working with paper, we're earning the right to digitize with this, so we're going to make it really clear on paper first before we move on to software.
Another favourite improvement here since starting at Sperrin Metal is one that Lee has done. So Lee was struggling away a lot when these parts were moving around the factory, and the Lee label would fall off and end up on the floor, and no one would know where this label belonged to. Eamon's designed this wee plate which holds the job card, and it's also painted red so you can visually see it around the factory, making it really clear to everybody that this part And this job seat belongs to this same item.
One of my favourite improvements is actually this area as a whole. What we've done is we've created an example area, that lean cave, label station area, everything's here. It's making it easy for all operators, anybody within the factory to come and make a label and make their job easier. And we've actually made it out of our own product. So this is our racking. As you can see, we're using a lower racking here for our computer area, and then we're using a higher racking for our label station. So we have like storage here, we've got an active work area, we've got a bit of a Kanban started that we're going to work on. So using this area and this product also led on to another brilliant improvement. This is a foot plate which we use for the wheels. So in the past we were welding this on, so that was allowing defects to creep in. There was inconsistencies and it was taking a lot of labour time within the welding area, time that we could then reutilise in other areas. So one of the design engineers came up with this plate adapter. So it's modular, it's flexible, it's good for the after sales market, for the customer if it gets damaged. They just unbolt this and they can replace it. Everything's bolted, so we bolt this to the frame and then we bolt the wheel to this actual bracket. So that was a brilliant improvement. That's probably my favourite improvement so far. So a real good improvement we made in the boardroom here. This is where we hold our daily production meetings, and one of the concepts was we wanted everybody to take their turn doing the production meeting. So we had to find a way to make sure that we were putting the answer where the question's being asked. So with the use of Gemba docs, we've been able to create an SOP. It tells you step by step, tells you how long the meeting should last, where it is, what venue it's in, where to find it within the network, and just tells you how to connect the computer, TV and everything. And then when we're finished, it's all turned off. So Gemba docs has been absolutely class in allowing us to do this, to create a real clear SOP that everybody can understand and can follow. And then we have the concept as well as everything has its place and everything's in its place. So we have the remote control for the TV and we have the presentation clicker all labelled. Everything is right here where we need it. Everybody can see it. So that's been a great improvement. And in the back of that too, this is a metal plate, the metal display board. So it allows us to use magnetic tape. So everything is flexible. If we ever need to update this, it can be updated in a matter of minutes. You can definitely, you can see it now, you can see the atmosphere is definitely going to that next level in terms of positivity. And funny, I was just talking to a couple of people there this morning, Kevin for example, and he was just saying about how in such a short space of time he's went from not looking forward to going to work till he gets up in the morning and he's actually happy, he can't wait to get into work. So that's class. And even just talking at reception this morning there too with a couple of people, and they were just saying the same thing. Just to hear the same thing, the atmosphere is so good. Everybody's happy, everybody wants to come to work. Some people are saying there now as well that they would have been burdened. They were working in the evenings, they were working at the weekends, and they just don't have to do that now.
Another project that I've been working on is the rebrand for Sperrin Metal, and I'm so excited because it's going to look so modern. This is a really small glimpse into it and it's going to be really good, so keep an eye out for that.
So we're at our other site, the dairy and oil plant, and the team here have really gotten on board with making improvements, and the transformation in this plant is just incredible. Let's go and see it. So this yard right here was totally chaotic. There was stuff everywhere, and now you can see it's a total transformation. We've decluttered this entire space. So we took 12 skip loads of rubbish out of this factory in the last 50 days. So we've freed up about 2,000 square foot of floor space just in the last 50 days. We've decluttered the entire area. You can now see the wall, you can see the floors. We've got rid of so much clutter, and it allows us to think freely, be more creative and focus on what's important, and that's adding value to the customer. We're in our warehouse where 50 days ago there was £600,000 worth of stock in this warehouse. Now there's £300,000 worth of stock. So we have half the inventory in 50 days. So the goal is to be a make to order business instead of making to stock. And this will, eliminate this entire warehouse and free up all the space and allow us more possibilities for future projects. So I want to talk to Keith because Keith has really got on board with lean in the last 50 days. So we'll just go and see. So Keith, how's it going?
Not so bad, young fella.
What's your favourite improvement since we started here 50 days ago?
Well, my favourite improvement is just having the ability to just come in and clean up and tidy up this whole area.
Yeah.
And just try to improve it day by day, just by even cleaning down these panels here, which is 27 years worth of dirt. But we're getting there. It's not top quality yet, but it's took a lot of stuff off it. And just being able to keep the floor clean and tidy, no scrap lying about the place, and just getting that couple of minutes in the morning, even 10 minutes to tidy up inside the machine so there's no dust.
This looks brand new.
That's 3 year old. Everything in this shade now is usable. there's no scrap sitting about here, as we call it before, or debris. We can use everything in this store. The whole store is usable now.
Yeah.
From finished jobs, the coil's ready to go. Again, just tying up these rollers, taking debris off the rollers. So we've used up 6 ton of stock we had rolled. So we've used that 6 ton up, and we've 6 ton ahead of ourselves to make fresh material going into October.
Yeah.
So that's why really good improvement from us all. Just used up stock. Now, just the other day, I came in, and this is full of metal fittings for 27 years, all in little rollers. We weren't even moving or nothing. So I had to strip it out, take all the bolts out. Yeah, it took me about half an hour, but it looks better. You know what I mean? Like, it's not jamming up. Yes, you can say they're not bothered doing that, but I think you have to go back to the bare bones to rebuild the whole thing again. So that's what I was trying to do by doing that there. I'm 54 now, and it's like I've got a new lease of life, a bit more energy about me, and just enthused about things more at home. Maybe implementing a bit of lean at home. Sharon sort of scolded me, says this is going to your head of me, but so what I'm trying to say is I've implemented it in my own life as well. But you guys kick-started it for me, and I appreciate it. And just we'll continue on the journey and see where we get to.
So I think this sign just says so much about what Sperrin Metal is and what Sperrin Metal means to the community here. You know, the town of Draperstown is almost centred around Sperrin Metal, and it's just so exciting to think that people are going to be flying here and travelling here, you know, from all over the world to see what Sperrin Metal are doing and to come and put Draperstown back in the map again. So right behind me here, we're having a barbecue. We thought just to celebrate 50 days of lean, that we would all come together and eat together and celebrate the change that has happened at Sperrin Metal over the last 50 days. It's the start of a very, very exciting journey, and it's really exciting to see where it's going to go.
50 days, after 50 days, I've noticed a massive change with reducing the amount of stuff we buy. Also, it's not about the cost, it's about the quality. The atmosphere in here is so much different to what it was before. Unreal.
The first few days, I would say, was excitement. Every day that passes, we learn a bit more and understand a bit more about it, but so far so good. Looking forward to the next 50.
The last 50 days have been a real eye-opener for me. We never knew lean manufacturing before, but now I see it in action. I think the possibilities are going to be great, and look forward to see what's going to happen in the future.
My name's Jimmy Tinner. I'm operations manager. Started with the company in 1972. The amount of changes, there's more changes in this place in the last 50 days than the last 53 years which I've been here, so looking forward to a good future.
So it's really nice to be here at the end of our 50th day here at Sperrin Metal, and the transformation has been incredible. The people have been incredible. I was a bit hesitant, to be honest, when I started here, wondering, are people going to get on board with lean? Are they going to like it? Are they going to see the benefits? And they absolutely have. They're coming up with ideas, they're making improvements, and there's a real buzz and a real positive energy. I've been to Japan 5 different times throughout the last 10 years, learning from Toyota, learning from Lexus, learning from the best manufacturers in the world. And I set a personal goal last year to make Ireland the next Japan. And I thought the best way for me to impact more people and spread the message of lean was for me personally to jump into the deep end and take a really old 63-year-old company and transform it with lean thinking. The goal is that more people in Draperstown start doing lean, more people in this county start doing lean, and more people across the island of Ireland catch on to the power and the benefits of lean manufacturing.